Hey there, babes. It's Dad here, and it's June 10th. I was at the airport, the Hilo Airport, watching some Hawaiian Airlines planes taking off and landing. There goes one, taking off, and the other one just landed, and it's taxiing in now. So it's kind of neat. You can kind of see the planes on approach from the ultimate field. They're usually flying right overhead. So there's usually a good one every 5 or 10 minutes when we're out playing ultimate. Sometimes they got some big military planes that are doing touch and goes. Touch and goes are when planes will fly in and they'll touch down on the runway and then immediately take right back off again. So they don't even stay down on the ground. They land, they come in and they land from that direction where all those clouds are behind the helicopter. So they'll touch down and then they'll throttle back up again and get everything going back up to speed, and then they'll take right back off again, just like that plane that just took off. So that's why they call them touch and goes. So they touch down and they go. And sometimes they do something close to it where they almost land, but then they do a go around. So they call it rather than landing, they come in for an approach, they come down to a certain altitude or height above the ground, altitude, but before they actually land, then they notify the tower of a go around, and usually the tower is aware of it before they even come in. The control tower is on the other side of that building over there, but they're always in radio contact. Let's see if we should be able to see the tower from over here. Have to go almost all the way around the building. There it is. So there's the air traffic control tower, and they're keeping in contact with all the planes that are coming in and taking off. So they're the ones that are usually saying, yep, I'm giving them the okay to do touch and goes or go arounds. So it's one of the things that Dad did when I was taking flight lessons was touch and goes and go arounds. And I did that both at Kalaeloa Airport. It's down near Kalaeloa is down near Kapolei on Oahu. And I also did the go arounds when I first started instrument flying, because then we would do all the approaches and I was wearing the hood where I couldn't see anything except for the instruments. So I was coming in on the approaches, just flying by the instruments, and then my instructor Mark would say, okay, time for go around, and then I would contact the tower and say it's a go around. So, and then at Kalaeloa, when I was doing my private license, that's when I was able to look at the, so you can see the tower from this side a lot better. I was able to go and just talk to the Kalaialoa Tower and say that I was going to work on some touch and goes, and so I would just fly the pattern, and it's usually like a circular type pattern, and I would come in for a landing and then power right back up again and take right back off. So anyway, babes, something a little different than the run out here at the airport. You see the tower and the helicopter and a couple of Hawaiian flights coming in and out. So it's not as busy traffic as Honolulu. Honolulu Airport's a lot busier. So I don't know. It's still a nice place to hang out. This is a little bit more like South Bend Airport, but maybe even not as busy as that. I think South Bend was even busier than this one. So there's different classes of airport. I think this one is a class, it's either C or D because it's got the tower. I'm thinking it's a C, class C. Honolulu is a class B airspace, class B airspace. And I think Maui is also, no, Maui I think is C. Maybe this is D. Well, I'm not sure. It's been a while since I looked, but I'll have to look through my charts, my flying charts, and see what this is. Okay, babes. Well, this is getting long, 7 minutes, so I'm going to cut it off. And tell you guys that I love you and miss you. Take care, loves.